It's just so uncomfortable. There isn't enough room really.
Can you believe it? We're off to Africa today. It's a really cold day here in London, so come with me and we'll head to somewhere a little bit warmer. So like many airlines at the moment, Kenya Airways are normally based out of Terminal 4, but unfortunately Terminal 4 is shut still here at Heathrow, as well as Terminal 3 as well. So Kenya are flying from here at Terminal 2, which does mean that we've got no lounge today, because there's no lounges here open that Kenya Airways passengers can use. Now there's an airline you don't get to see at Heathrow very often, Bruijn. They're usually based out of Gatwick. In fact, when I flew with them, I flew from Brussels, but the flight was coming in from Gatwick on that day. So interesting that they're flying out of Heathrow now to Brussels, then onwards to Kigali in Rwanda. Really nice to see here. I made my mistake last time I was travelling somewhere pretty tropical and didn't get any anti-mosquito treatment or suntan cream or anything that most sensible people would do, so let's have a look what we got. That'll do. So there's my ride to Kenya. Kenya Airways 787-8 Dreamliner. I do like a nice Dreamliner. It's about an 8.5-hour flight tonight down to Nairobi in Kenya. Hello there, how are you?
Morning, afternoon,
evening, whatever it is. It's all blending into one these days, isn't it? So.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Cheers, thank you. Have a good one. Hello. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. So then on board the Kenya Airways 787 Dreamliner, and it's not too bad. It's in a 222 config. They've got a couple of cabins here for their business class product. They've got a row of a cabin with 4 rows in the front, and then there's a little cabin with 2 rows here. Slightly further back, this cabin has got a really nice view of the engine though. By day, but this is an entirely night flight, so we're not going to get to see much of that, but it is not too bad at all. Doors are closed. Jet bridge is away. We're off to Kenya. Tonight's route then took us out of London and across Europe towards Greece. From there we crossed into Egypt, flying over Sudan and Ethiopia, before descending over Kenya into Nairobi. Flight time tonight was 8 hours and 8 minutes, cruising at 41,000 feet. So then airborne out of London Heathrow on the Kenya Airways Dreamliner, and quite a nice so far. I've been handed an amenity kit, a pair of headphones. The seat actually, I think it's exactly the same seat that I flew on the Ethiopian Dreamliner last year, I think, when I went over to Brazil and flew back with Ethiopian. It's exactly the same seat, I believe, as the Ethiopian one, so it's fairly nice, fairly comfortable. It is in a 222, but fortunately, as you can see, I'm kind of here on my own tonight. There's nobody at the side of me, so I've got 2 to myself. There's a nice little privacy divider down here as well that kind of pops up and down, which is quite nice. The bed, the controls for the seat are down here. It does go into a full flat bed, so we'll try that out in a little while as well. Table pops out sort of here. Which I'll pop out for dinner in a bit. And there's a TV down here. The remote control for the TV is sort of down here. There is power as well, USB, and a 3-pin plug just under here, which is quite nice. And pretty decent leg room as well. Obviously the bed goes full flat, so we'll try that out in a little while as well. Okay, so that other button just down here is for the TV. That's what pops the TV out, so let's have a look. Inicio. Let's have some English action here. Movies, TV shows. If I can get it to well, there we go. A few different TV options there and movies and stuff. It's alright. To be honest, not expecting an Emirates style ice system with like an onboard Netflix, but it's okay. The screen's a bit sort of, it doesn't really respond, which is a bit of a pain. My flight, let's see, do we have an onboard camera? Let's have a look. No, not by the looks of it. Track my flight though, we can do that. Just thinking about it. There we go. Yeah, it's just a standard flight map, so let's do a cycle. There we go. So they're not handing around menus at the moment because of COVID, which is fair enough really, but they do have a full meal service still on board, and they've just given me the options, which are a chicken and rice, beef and potatoes, or a vegetable curry, and I've gone for the chicken with rice. Thank you very much, thank you. Chicken and rice. A bit of a cob on the side and another bit of rice. I mean, as business class meals go, it's not necessarily the greatest, but plastic cutlery business class. I don't want to be a snob because I'm not really a snob, you know that, but well, that's pretty good though. Interesting songs. Like a, oh wicked, it's like a lion print. That is cool. I like that very much. It's not massively long.
That's what she said.
If I show you, sort of my feet are touching that end. My head is very clearly touching this end, and I can't even lay kind of flat. If I lay flat, I've got to break my neck, not like that. So there's not that much room, which is brilliant. The duvet, the linen that they give you here, this blanket thing, is really nice. It's soft and fluffy on one side. I love it when they do that. A nice pillow as well. It's just not the most comfortable, not the most leg room. I mean, remember I am 6'4" tall, which is obviously quite an issue sometimes. This is one of those that is a little bit tight, that I can probably lay on my side and bend around the seat because there's nobody at the side of me, so it's not the end of the world. So let's try and get a few hours sleep now, see how we go and what time we wake up and how long before we land in Nairobi that I wake up. Hopefully not long, but let's see. See you in the morning. Good night. Oh, I've just woken up. We're about an hour from landing down in Nairobi and breakfast has just arrived. A simple continental affair for breakfast. I think just like pastries, croissants, things like that, but it's not too bad. And a coffee. I think I managed a couple of hours sleep, but it's just so uncomfortable, this kind of really short bed. There isn't enough room really. I was contorting myself into all sorts of different positions to try and get some sleep, but unfortunately it was really uncomfortable. I did manage to get a couple of hours, so it looks like I'm going to be catching up on sleep when I land down into Nairobi, but let's get some breakfast first.
I'd like to say a big thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video.
By now, I don't think I need to tell you how much a VPN product helps to protect your data when you travel in the world, connecting to public Wi-Fi in the most remote regions. Using a VPN also lets you catch up on entertainment from your home country wherever you are in the world. For me, it's great to be able to watch Netflix shows from home while I'm in Asia,
I am never going to financially recover from this.
or watch live TV from the UK while I'm sitting in an airport in Canada. With Surfshark, you can browse the web just like you sat in your living room. There's also countries out there that censor your internet access or even block websites such as Facebook. But with Surfshark, you just click on the connect button and you're online unrestricted. Some public Wi-Fi stops you from accessing streaming services such as YouTube and Netflix unless you pay a higher price for access, but with Surfshark your session is completely encrypted, so you can sit and watch your favourite YouTubers even on the cheapest packages. Surfshark are offering you a cool 85% discount and 3 extra months for free when you use the link below with promo code Noel Phillips. My flight to Nairobi tonight then cost me £1,492, working out at a cost of 35 pence per mile. Thank you, bye bye. To enter Kenya, you need a negative COVID test within 4 days of arriving, and they check it along with your locator form and temperature as you arrive into the country. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, thank you. Alright, thank you. Kenyans have a solid reputation for elite level athletics, and my taxi drivers seem to be in training for the 100 metres as we headed to the car. Alright mate, hold up. Yeah. Thank you. A 20-minute drive later, I arrived at my accommodation at the Aero Club at Nairobi Wilson Airport, where you could say that the room I had was relatively close to the action. So here then at my home for the next few nights at the Aero Club of East Africa at Wilson Airport, which is pretty decent. You can't get much closer than this to the action here at Wilson. The taxiway literally right outside my room, which is pretty decent. Kenya Airways, well, it's a tough one. They weren't the best, let me just say that. The seat wasn't fantastic. The meal service was kind of a bit meh, to be honest. However, I still really like them, and I can't really explain why. The cabin crew were just phenomenal, absolutely incredible through the entire flight. So friendly, so hospitable, just amazing all round really. The service on board was good as well. The aircraft was nice. So yeah, they are not the best African airline that I've flown on, that's for certain, but they're far from the worst either. And I think they'd probably take, for me, out of the airlines I've flown in Africa, they'd probably take a very close second to Rwanda, who are still my favourite African airline. If you haven't seen that video, of course, don't forget to check it out. But regardless of all of that, I'm here in Nairobi in Kenya and about to start my little African adventure. I've got so much cool stuff coming in the coming videos, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button just down here to make sure that you never miss a single one of them. In the meantime, I'm off to get some sleep, but thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, this is actually starting to get quite annoying now.